As Napoleon regains his throne in France, he looks for allies, and he is lacking in Italy. Naples, led by Murat, King of Naples, is busy elsewhere himself with his own fight for his own throne. The year is 1815, and this is the Battle of Tolentino, as Naples fights for survival against the Austrian Empire, which is looking to reclaim its Italian lands and also remove Murat, a pro-Napoleon ruler, from his throne. What's up, guys, and welcome back. We are here with another glorious 4v4 NTW3 historical battle for you today. And yes, as I was saying, we have the Battle of Tolentino here. It's a battle near what you call the end of the Napoleonic Wars. It's before Waterloo. It's like in May, and Waterloo's fought in the June of 1815. Historically, this battle is a defeat for Naples. They actually get pushed back, even though they vastly outnumber the Austrians. They have around about 25,500 troops against around about 12,000 Austrians. So they are vastly outnumbered, the Austrians, but the Austrians are playing on the defensive. The Neapolitans have to assault some pretty tough positions and try and take those for themselves, and they do get forced back. And also Murat has sent some of his forces to another battlefield. He sent Carascosa off to fight elsewhere at a battle called Battle of Scapanzano, I think is how you say it. And yeah, at the Battle of Scapanzano, Carascosa is defeated, which actually forced Murat really to fall back. Those two battles are kind of happening at the same time, and because of one defeat, it kind of forces Murat to call off his attack here, which is kind of why he loses the battle. More that he just didn't manage to push back Bianchi, who is the commander of the Austrian armies at this one. And here we go, we've got a charge going in already here, going after some Austrian guns, are some light cav of the Neapolitans here, and looks like they're going to get them. They're going to get those nice and easily, and both sides are going to rout, it seems. And squares are formed up there to sort of block the, try and help the guns out. That cav unit should probably return though. It's a 70-man cav unit still, should be still, fairly healthy. And it looks like some skirmishes as well over here for the Austrians, also being forced back by maybe by the guard Voltigeurs, and also maybe some of these grenadiers of the guard here. But yes, we have two Murat corps in this one, and two Lehi corps as well. So we have yeah, like a bit of mass being brought by Lehi, and then we have Murat as sort of like the elite guardsmen. There were a lot of guardsmen at this battle. Murat was present, but he had various other like units as well from his Neapolitan army. But yes, so we have Lehi here. It says like Carascosa, technically, like if you like played the Tolentino sort of scenario, but Carascosa, like I said, was elsewhere. He was busy fighting another battle, not at Tolentino. But yes, if you want to see more NTW3 action on the channel, and want to see more historical scenarios or just maybe more custom games, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support, guys. It really does help out the channel. And yeah, if you want to send in any of your own replays as well, then do send them into my Discord. The link is down below in the description. As always, it's the best place to send them in if you want to have them featured on the channel. And wow, okay, look at that. The artillery piece has been limbered up here, but I think those stray cannibals hit this church, and I did not realize the church could just collapse like that. That's just collapsed into the street. That looked very, very cool. Horse artillery here actually looks like it's going to maybe move. Maybe it's scared of the fact that that building is falling down. I don't know, but we've got a farmhouse here has been occupied. This is one of the objectives for the Neapolitans. So Pollenza and then also Trebia, which are the two sort of like places that they have to fight for. A lot of fighting historically happened at Pollenza. So that is obviously quite I guess a historical sort of like point that they hit. And yeah, the other one is Trebia here, which they've got to fight for. So these two buildings are what Naples and Austria are fighting over. And you see the Austrians are dug in already. They have artillery here. They have stakes ready to go. They are not losing Trebia too easily. We've got plenty of generals here as well. I think we have 3 Bianchi corps and then 1 Nyperg. Nyperg, I think is how you say it, or corps as well as a 5-pointer. So yeah, the Neapolitans do outnumber the Austrians, I think, by 2 points when it comes to corps, but they kind of need to, as kind of was what was advised, because this is a pretty horrible assault. I mean, if they were assaulting up the other side, maybe even tougher. But even still, look, still coming uphill on this side here. The Austrians have the high ground. They have a good view right now of the Neapolitan advance. Yeah, we've got skirmishers coming forward here, guardsmen, and they're very, I don't know, I would describe this as vanilla ice cream looking hats these Voltigeurs are in. I do kind of like their guardsmen uniforms, they are very, very cool. And we've got more of them over here, these are like the Voltigeurs in the line. They're part of the Royal Guard. They do look glorious. An interesting colour scheme for sure, that is lots of bit of pink, white, yellow, an interesting colour scheme, I'll admit. Over here, looks like we've got lots of, we've got more Guard Real, like cavalry here. We have some, I think these are like light cavalry. Yeah, I think these are some light cavalry. They look like they should be lancers, but they're not. They have like the the same sort of style hat or shako as the Poles. They aren't actually lancers. And we are seeing a big push here from Leckie as he's trying to get up this hill, which the Austrians are defending. Don't know whether the Austrians were sending troops down here. I'm not sure. They might be. But yeah, the Neapolitans are on the march, and they're going to try and, I guess, get over this ridge and then try and use the flat on the other side as a sort of more of an even fighting field rather than having to go uphill, which is probably the better idea. I mean, I don't know whether the Neapolitans are going to try the same on this side, whether they're going to just try and flank around and then come up the hill this side, which is possibly a little bit better for them. Whether it's going to do an all-out assault. More guardsmen here. We've got the Voltigeurs, we've got the Grenadiers as well, Carabineers, the Guard, the Zappatori, and yeah, some more Voltigeurs here as well. And there you go, the cav giving way. I mean, I think these are big Austrian cav units as well. We've got Chevaliers here, and I think this might be another Chevalier. There's some pretty big units here. Huge units. I mean, they're going to be a bit of a problem there for the Neapolitans. There's another one over here actually. This looks like a hussar, the big, fairly big hussar unit. So a lot of cav forming up over here. Naples, you know, technically can't really form square with a lot of his units. Leckie's got a few, but not many. Murat's army can pretty much fully form square and can inspire in a lot of areas. So they're going to have to try and help hold the line for Leckie's more sort of spam army. I mean, these units are huge. 206, a lot of them. 150, 160. Yes, big units. Vulnerable though to cavalry. They are going to need to be stopped. I mean, the cavalry fight's going to be very key. They're going to need to shift more cav this way because, yeah, Austria's starting to stack up on the side here. We need to, yeah, send more and more. We've got Voltigeurs over here. They're nearly routing, actually, these guys, these Voltigeurs of the Guard. I think they're trying to pest the artillery over there, the horse artillery. And again, more skirmishes being routed there for the Austrians. It looks like also Naples are losing theirs. I mean, they're doing the right thing as Naples, and he's bringing forward his line infantry. I mean, he's bringing forward some very elite line infantry to do this, his guardsmen. But they are shooting at the light infantry, in-line infantry range, and just doing devastating damage. It's not what Voltigeurs or any sort of skirmishers want. It doesn't look like it's anything impressive defending the building. I think this is they're technically a militia unit. I'm not really sure. They're in that building there, trying to do what they can. There might be some, I don't know if there are grenadiers in these corps. They might be more in sort of like the 1814 corps that like Schwarzenberg had. But yeah, they're trying to reduce this building, already owed it to 50%. Probably need to hold fire at that. I mean, this one's already at 57% and on fire. So yeah, again, probably want to hold fire and shooting at it. Here we go. Looks like Naples is pushing forward. They have got over that hill, like I said, and they're not really having to deal with so much of an uphill assault. There's still a little bit of one here by the road, not too much. They're preparing. Are the Austrians? Let me know who you're rooting for. Are you Team Austria or are you Team Naples? will admit, Austria's got a damn fine looking flag. They look very, very good. A long, long line of Austrian infantry here. I don't know whether they'd be better off having some reserves, maybe, just to try and help with morale, because Austrian infantry isn't necessarily the best when it comes to morale. I mean, these units here aren't engaging anything. I'll maybe pull them back, tuck them in. I mean, Naples looks like they are having to, you know, like, attack on a small front if they're going to make this work. Another cavalry charge here. It's the same cav unit that went in earlier, and it's going after the same assault position with guns again. So again, Austria not defending their guns. And again, Naples getting in there, and they're going to rout the guns, and instead they're going to go into squares, which I don't think is a wise idea. There you go, they're going to get out of there alive. There's 67 men remaining, so yeah, still a healthy cav unit, that's for sure. But now finally, you know, there's the cav unit here, SAR unit defending the guns. Hopefully they're going to bring up this third gun emplacement here to defend it, but they honestly might, you never know. Austria now doing the same thing to Naples, being really aggressive on those Voltigeurs there. Looks like they're trying to get right to the top of the crest of the hill. A line fight is taking place, as you can see here. We've got Austria just in the tree line here, and it looks like Austria's actually charging out of the woods now. They're going for the cav. Murat not paying attention. This cav here is going to be in real trouble, I think. And yeah, they got a charge right at the last minute, really. And there you go, that is not good at all. For the guard cav, caught sleeping. The SARs are routing for the Neapolitans, and I think some of the rest of the light cav is going to as well. This is a combat gen here, this one's why it's holding on a little longer. I mean, a 3v1, that's not going to look good at all. Here come more lancers of the guard. They're going to need to get over here pretty quickly if they're going to want to have any effect. Squares have been formed. They managed to use one of the cav to rout. It looks like one Legere here. Whether Austria could have maybe made an assault then, I don't know. Maybe they could have been aggressive, gone into melee. Whether they don't feel like they are able to do that. It looks like they pushed out with some infantry and then are now retreating. They don't fancy their chances there. But yeah, there is a massive loss for the Neapolitans, losing a lot of cav early on in the fight. Over on this side here, still Naples, you know, they're still trying to come forward. They're walking, kicking up a load of dust. Yeah, big loss there. Naples managed to get rid of, really get all of its cav over there. I mean, we still got that little weak cav unit. They should really get Nicholas Legrand maybe over there as well. Send him round to try and match up. Because yeah, as you can see, Austria now going to threaten the flank of the Neapolitans here. Looks like there's going to see some Carabiniers. The guard maybe go over there. Try and support the cav, form some squares. Yeah, a general nuisance. Yeah, Naples just needs to use his mass. He's just got this. I mean, both sides are pretty huge units, to be honest. They're both like in a number 100 plus. So there's just gonna be a battle of attrition, battle of who's got better reloading and shooting abilities, which I would have thought maybe be Naples, because they just aren't really good at anything else. Like a lot of their units are like down to like literally like 0 or like 1 or 2 morale, so they've got to have something going for them. I think their Legere is pretty good at like shooting. They just got no morale. If they get charged, they're probably going to break pretty quickly. So maybe Austria, you know, for a change, needs to be trying to get into melee, trying to be aggressive. Some militia type units looking like they're here, so maybe they're not so great either. I mean, both sides. I mean, these are both low point cores. Both sides using like 9-pointers. It's not that low. 9 points not that low, but it's a guard 9 point. So it's like it's small, so it's quite easy to overwhelm. But yeah, and then there's also I think Bianchi's an 8 point, which again isn't like incredibly low, but it's certainly if it's what you're leading with, it's a low point gain. And it looks like, yeah, already, I mean, these are Voltigeurs red timing. Okay, fair enough. It looks like we're going to see a cap charge in a moment here. Looks like Nicholas Legrand getting ready. There's a gap forming up here. Might go for his gun as it's setting up. He needs to go now if he's going to go. Yeah, here he goes, running. He's been given the order. And it looks like there's guardsmen as well that are going to back up this assault up this hill here. See what they do. But yeah, here goes Nicholas Legrand, part of a light cav unit. He's going to get in and try and get the guns here. Yeah, Austrians setting up infantry in behind. And the Austrians are in melee. And I don't think they're going to stay in there, Nicholas. Looks like we're going to see Grenadiers, the Guard, go up the hill here. Trying to go for the square. Since they formed that early, then means that the Grenadiers here might be able to go in. And those boys go. Start stabbing them up. Let's see how they do. They look like they're winning slightly at the moment. Whether that's going to stay the case, I don't know. I mean, these other guys, these are Marines, the Guard. They're technically a Grenadier. They don't want to be here. Carabiniers, maybe. They need to be careful not to shoot the backs of their own troops, which is, I think, what's happening a little bit. Morale-wise, they don't seem like they're doing so great. Where they're getting shot by in the flank by these Austrians, which might be the case. I mean, if they could, I think these real Afrikaners should really be going in as well, trying to support, go in along the line. And here we go, another cav charge going in. And I think that's the Grenadiers that just got routed there. Hussars won their fight. And now the Lancers need to win theirs against the Chevaliers. This is a key fight. If Naples was to lose this and they've lost all cav superiority, there you go, they've managed to win it. Really nice. They needed to do that the first time. And there you go, look at that. Being thrown back down the hill. The Marines breaking, Guards as well, Grenadier Guards breaking. Not looking good at all on that flank at all. Over on this side, still in a bit of a line fight. Naples is, you know, using their line infantry to sort of like soften up the Austrians. They really need to be going in hard with like sort of like the Voltigeurs. Like, I mean, we've got these Voltigeurs and all these Guardsmen units just scattered about. They're not like, they can't be combined up. They have to be scattered about, and you can see they're facing the wrong way. They're just here for inspired. They're just keeping these guys rallied. But yes, it does seem as though, to be fair, actually, I don't know. I feel there's a lot of cav on this side here as Naples that could really throw in. Just go. I mean, just after this one cav unit here, there's just one Hussar by the looks of it. There might be more hidden, but yeah, Naples, if they could just swarm the flank with cav, maybe they could just get around the backs of the Austrians here. We'll see. Yeah, this is not a good fight here for Naples. They're going to have to try and outmaneuver the Austrians again, because the Austrians have got a good tree line that they're holding. You can try and come up this hill here. It's still going to be pretty tough. And a lot of these Austrians seem like they can square.
The unit has grown weary, sir.
There's still another cav unit as well to deal with if they're for Naples. Looks like they've got their Lancers and they've also got their Hussars here. They need to sort of like double team that one Austrian cav unit. But here comes Naples on the other side as they fight for Trebia. They're getting really, really close now. Really close. Murat just really wants to hold on to his throne. He's like, come on guys, please, just let me hold Naples. Just let me have it. And they're like, obviously the Allies are like, no. Ferdinand's got to have it back. The original king of Sicily. Well, he's the king of Sicily and Naples, but only the kingdom of Sicily, I think, now. See, already these guys orange lining. I mean, they're down to 76. It's not exactly a big Neapolitan unit. Looks like we're going to see some elites come forward here, some Grenadiers of the Guard. Maybe try and help with Inspires. We also got the Zappatori coming forward. Looks like Cav maybe he's going to make a dash here for the Austrians. Looks like they're going to be met by some of the Guard and also artillery here. They changed their minds pretty quickly there, pretty sharpish. Lots of skirmishes out on this flank here. Look at that, 4 units of skirms. And maybe be really aggressive with them and try and like force the Cav back. But also, I mean, good choice to use them on the flanks just to annoy the line infantry. I mean, hard to say who's winning. Combat losing slightly. Yeah, it looks like it is the Austrians winning this line fight. Some of the, I mean, it's a bit of a mix of winning slightly, losing slightly. It seems to be Neapolitans. But I'd say, to be honest, looking at their bodies dropping right now, a lot more Neapolitans dropping. I also just realised that this battle is a battle of 2 armies that fight in white, which is, you know, probably very confusing for both sides with all the smoke going on. And also, like, in an age where, you know, look at that Zappatori breaking here, I don't think they should have been. They're a Saka unit, they shouldn't really be in a line fight. You save those for storming that building. But yeah, in an age of, like, gunpowder, where like as you can see the smoke going off, and it would be billowing out across the battlefield, and like confusing everyone. Fighting in white is probably actually the worst color to fight in. You're just going to camouflage in with the smoke, and then just getting shot by friendly fire probably. There you go, light infantry for the Neapolitans, setting up a little bit more, still losing slightly in quite a few areas. Probably because they are firing uphill. The Austrians still have the superior ground. I think if anything's going to have to change here for Naples, they're going to have to be aggressive with the cav. And as I speak of the devil, here comes some light cav. They're going to try and mop up these skirms here. It's a small start. They don't want to get too aggressive because otherwise the light infantry will open fire on them. But there you go. In go the light cav here of Naples. They can get 1 or 2. That's a win. Force these skirms back. Here it comes Austria now. They had more cav hidden in the forest as expected. In goes more of that light cavalry that should really look like a lancer in my opinion. These guys have inspired like the guard cav has inspired. They should win that fight just about. They only just about won it. Here comes looks like more cav going in now. Probably going to rout this light cav here. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe they won't rout it because I think the Hussars got a pretty terrible charge going through that forest, and instead they got themselves surrounded. And there you go. That is going to be a win there for the Neapolitans. This cavalry did overcommit. It seems to go for more than it should have and has been focused down. But it should return. 66 should probably return. Now the cavalry of Naples can try and flank on around. There is still another Austrian cav here waiting. They've really stacked up. I don't know why they have one in the back just guarding here. Throw it all on the flanks. But Naples is getting really close. Really, really close. Real Africano here. I think these are some of the better infantry that Leckie has. These troops, I think, are like, I don't know, are they like from colonies? Naples doesn't have colonies, so I don't really know. I guess they're just like maybe troops from like the African coast. So just join them. Very odd. There you go. In these guys go. I think these like some of the better infantry that they have available. They're going to go into melee. They're going to risk it. It's not the guards going in. It's the like typical infantry of Naples going in. And yeah, in go now the Carabiniers, the guards. They're pretty much like a grenadier that can also fire. They've broken pretty quickly. They were easily broken. And there you go. Naples repulsed on that first wave. It was not a very definitive like charge, to be honest. It wasn't exactly given a lot of oomph. Now they're going to have to rethink their policy. I've stacked more cav on the flank. They've got so many more cav units here. Got lots of hussars, got more light cav. Send these hussars to the flank. Get them around the back. So you can see already Naples is doing that here. Just make it like even worse for Austria. I think they have. I think this is just one cav unit here. Yeah, make it like unbearable if possible for Austria. Just like keep flanking around. On this side here, not a lot's gone on really at all. I think there's an attempt to storm this building. I don't even know if that's happened yet. No, it's still waiting. They're actually waiting. There's going to be an attempt to storm this building in a moment by Naples. By these Marines over here. We'll see if that happens. But you can see really Naples is shifting off to the flank. They don't want to assault through that wood. So they're going to use the wood themselves and use it. I don't know if Austria still has another cav unit. I think they... oh, it's already that's already happened as well. Yeah, there's a big cav fight here. I lost it as Naples. I don't also think Austria still has his cav unit alive. So there's still 2 cav units for Austria alive, but we have pretty much no cav on this flank now. They all got thrown in. We still have Nicholas Legrand, and I think also that light cav that's been doing absolute work, but maybe not even that now. I think just Nicholas. So really we need to send him to the flank. We have Leckie here and also Murat. They're sort of, you know, just trying to be a presence, trying to help them support morale. It's all going on, and here we go. Cav fight going on in the back lines here. The light cav trying to fall back, and the general's been killed. How has he died? Oh, he's running the stakes. Oh no, he's been shot by friendly fire. That's what happened. They've fallen back the Austrian lines, and he's been shot by friendly fire. That is catastrophic. That is not good for the Austrian cause at all. So that, yeah, a really silly way to lose an Austrian general. That might cost Austria that flank again over at Trebia. Palenza is still looking very tight on who's going to win, but the Austrian cav is now shifting over here to try and support. You can see the light cav there of the guard helping to wrap that Austrian cav. So it's then a simple one-on-one, which I imagine that Austria's going to win because... I don't know, maybe not. Austria probably will win because this light cav here is tired. It's also got a routing unit near it. Austria, though, has run all the way there. They need to just get more cav to the flank. They've got that light cav there. And also, like I said, the hussars and their own lancers of the guard. Get them in. Get them in behind. Just be a threat. Naples here is now really, like, pressuring on with the line infantry. If you got the cav in behind now, a little bit more, I don't know, try and break through the skirms and then try and get into the back of these line infantry. You could probably break the spirit of this Austrian line, especially with no general now. That is going to be very interesting to see how that changes. There is a storm for the building going on. So Palenza is being assaulted. Grenadiers, the guard going in. Grenadiers, the guard going in, and they are going to try and storm it. Yeah, morale's not looking great for these guys. I think they've already been stormed one. I think there's sappers in here. I think there's the sappers of the Austrians. They're just blasting these Marines as well as they go by. I think the Marines are going to maybe try and go for the lines here potentially. As you can see, the battle has entirely swiveled on this flank here. I mean, really, the Austrians started, you know, facing down the hill, and now they're like we're on the opposite side of the hillside now, fighting here. If the Austria wants to, you could just retreat back up the hill, and you'd have another great hillside for Naples to try and assault up. We also brought up all the Neapolitan artillery, which is kind of our only advantage at this point. It was feeling like we lost all our cav. Our infantry's not that great. It's definitely matched by the Austrians, apart from maybe some of the grenadiers. But even still, they're not that great. And yeah, the artillery is just absolutely battering the Austrian lines. These guys are getting absolutely pounded, and that is what we're trying to do. Just trying to form a grand battery and absolutely pound those poor Austrians on top of the hill and try and force them off it. Here we go, lines are getting stuck in there as well. We'll have a quick look on this side here. Yeah, it still looks like it's fairly 50-50. Actually, I'd say like some of the line infantry here, the Neapolitans losing. But yeah, they're making a bit of a storm here. You can see the Voltigeurs, the guard. I think they're getting routed maybe. Certainly retreating. Oh, they're redlining, that's why. They're redlining. And we're going to see Grenadiers, I think, get sent in instead. So yeah, we actually have some of Lecky's good Grenadiers, some of his better troops here. They're going to get sent in to try and storm this building. And in they go. In you go, boys. Try and storm that building. That's what they're built for, those Grenadiers. And we've got another one here. Lecky's actually got a fair amount of Grenadiers on this side. Not on my side. I had no other Grenadiers to work with. It's been quite nice to be able to have a couple more. It looks like they're going to storm that. If they can take Trebia, that is an LOC taken. That's one of the objectives taken. That's success then for Naples to take that. And there you go. They've managed to take it. They've got it now. For now, will they be able to hold it? That's the thing. Looks like we've got more Grenadiers, yeah, storming in around. I think there's a Grenadier, yeah, now in the house. It's going to stay in there. Another one, a squareable one as well. Engaged with, looks like some Drenses here, maybe. And yeah, they're redlining. If they can break these guys, and they can then work their way down the line. I think Austria's aware of this, and that's why he's trying to pull back his infantry. It's routing anyway. And there in goes the Lancers of the Guard, going into a skirmisher. Don't think this unit can form square here. That's breaking as well. It's not helping with no general, I imagine. There's a cav here that now the Lancers of the Guard might need to engage. Because and there's another cav here as well. So yeah, Austria's still up 2 cav. I think one must have re-rallied. Here we go. I think we're going to see a bit of a storm here. Laguerre going to go in. I don't know how wise this is. Like I said, some of these units have literally like 0 morale. I think the Rio Corsa is one of those. There you go. They routed that unit there, though. That's with a bit of a line fight, a bit of a volley, and there you go. And clearly the strat nowadays is for NTW through the new patch. You've got to get a volley off, and then you're going to charge in if you're going to do it right. And there you can see Lancers have managed to rout one of the Chevaliers. There's still another one in the back lines being a problem. This Neapolitan army is slowly pushing back the Austrians, but they're not really... They're pushing them back, but they're not, you know, getting a definitive, like, knockout punch. At the moment, the Austrians are still in good order. In fact, actually, a little light cav over here of a guardsman unit trying to harass the Austrians as they retreat. The Lancers here are just kind of like, not farming, but, you know, making sure these guys stay gone. And then in go the Lancers now. They might get routed here. These Lancers have seen quite a bit of action, but so maybe have the Chevaliers. They didn't get a charge off at all, which is perfect for the Lancers. We may be able to inspire. I'm not sure, but it looks like they're winning decisively, but Murat would say otherwise. Murat would say otherwise. We'll see. There you go. The Austrians and the Neapolitans both were out, which seemed about just what was going to happen. And you see, yeah, the Austrians on this side are now in full flight, giving up Trebia. I think they're going to try and fall back to their other Austrian ally. Really now, Naples needs to try and use what cav it has remaining, if it has any. Yeah, it still has the Hussars, and also this light cav here, the Salerno, and another Hussar there. Get those guys in, try and harass the Austrians. Don't let them reform up. They've got a little light cav here as well, which could go into the back of all these Austrians here. If this Naples army can get close enough. We also still have Nicholas the Grand as well alive. Yeah, Naples starting to put on the pressure. They need to keep it up. Keep shooting and shooting, boys. Keep shooting and shooting. Here comes some more artillery, some 6-pounders. The Grand Battery is moving up this hill slowly as well. You love to see it. Well, they can really, no, they can see a lot though. They're firing literally at the top of a hill. There it is, the guard here getting ready. I mean, these guys are redlining. Whether these carabineers, the guard can maybe go in. Yeah, that artillery needs to get even closer. It needs to get like right to the top of this hill, like pretty much where the Austrian guns are, and just start blasting. And then in goes that light cav in the back there. Light cav here for the other Murat corps, trying to surround and take those guys out. I mean, I'm kind of surprised they didn't rout those guys. They were redlining, and they were also getting shot in the back. Kind of surprising. And there you go. There goes the carabineers of the guard. They're going to go in. Manage to rout some of these guys, that would be huge. If we can get rid of one of these Austrian units, I mean these, yeah, there you go, the Carabineers rout. I was having no joy with these melee charges in today's game. I was like, these guardsmen are just, yeah, useless. A good artillery hit there though, routs the Austrian unit after I tried to break it, which is just typical. There we go, Grenadiers need to get a good volley off here. Try and rout these guys, blast them boys, and go in. Gonna hit hard. There you go, good volley there, gets into red line, and then they go into melee. Again, the Grenadiers kind of got a bit of a volley in the face, but they did rout the Austrians there, really nice charge. Now they need to go into the back of some of these other guys as well, try and just rout them. They just need to go after one after the other and just keep going down that line if they can. We will see. The other Austrian army has seemed to have managed to get itself out of here. And the Neapolitans are chasing as quickly as they can. Some of these Hussars are trying to harass the enemy. Seems like they're getting repulsed. Here comes some of the Grenadiers, though. The guard is the combat gen, Antoine Hilliard. He's going to go in. In you go, boys. There's a healthy Grenadier unit. 100 men still left in the unit. And they rout. I mean, they didn't get a volley off first. They just kind of charged in, which is what I've been doing earlier and had no joy. This is like working at all. Melee just isn't as strong as it used to be in NTW 3. General here engaged. And there you go. That was the general dying, I think, there. That's another general gone for the Austrians. That could be catastrophic for morale. Good volley there from the Real African. Will it rout them? I mean, they were orange lining and now they're red lining. Go on, rout these boys. The Grenadiers were repulsed, by the way. Shows that morale, like, you can charge in with a guardsman unit. Does not work. You got to kind of get a volley off now, it seems, and then charge it. You can only really charge, I guess, if, like, the enemy are turning their back to you, a bit like now, like these Austrians, if they could catch the Austrians now where they're not looking. Maybe they have a bit of chance. I mean, I was being a bit too aggressive with these Grenadiers. I was like, get them in, boys. Get them in. They're very tired. Like, they've seen way too much action. So yeah, Naples just mopping up some of these Austrians there. I guess too slow to escape, or just choosing not to escape. Light cav here dealing with skirms. It's an easy kill for them. There's line infantry here that looks like it can form squares. So they actually are going to be a bit of a thorn in the side of the Neapolitan cav. But I don't know what this final formation they're forming is, but it's a box up right now. General's in the middle of this box. I mean, all that Naples has to do then is wheel up some artillery and start blasting. Which is what they're kind of doing. They're look, you can see they're getting on the hill here. And just fire down into the mess that's going on down there. Still got the Carabineers, the Guard coming up. More artillery as well. 12 pounders. We've got 6 pounders. All setting up over here. But yes, the Battle of Tolentino, it looks like it's going to, history's going to be changed here today. It looks like Naples is going to win, which, you know, maybe if they had won, maybe that would have forced the Austrians to retreat and rethink their strategy, and maybe it would have allowed Murat to hold on to his throne in Naples. Maybe they could have gotten some agreement. Because very shortly, the Allies are going to get very much more occupied by another individual, Napoleon Bonaparte, on the advance, on the march. Yeah, look at that, redlining. Oof. Yeah, not good. Not good at all. Yes, I mean, I don't know why they formed square to start with, but that made it an easy target, an easy point to really focus on. Now looks like that where Naples is really going to try and break through is there, in that gap which Austria has allowed to leave. And here we go, in goes some more light infantry. Looks like these guys are orange lining. There you go, red lining. General over here, yeah, also going to focus down. This circle is getting tighter and tighter. It's not even a circle, it's just units going back to back. This is not good in NTW3, not a good idea. Because as soon as one unit breaks, it'll cause the rest to sort of like lose morale and probably eventually rout themselves. And you cause a mass rout, and you can see that the cavalry's going in relentless. We've got hussars here, we've got a light cav just going in, no mercy, just charging in. And then you can see generals breaking, infantry breaking as well. And it's causing all these units here to red line and orange line. In go the guardsmen. These units I kept healthy to the very end. These like Voltigeurs, the guards. All they've done all game is sort of inspire. A lot of my troops are just really inspired, apart from, I'd say, the Grenadiers. Over here looks like another little fight going on. Carabineers, the guard fighting. It looks like some Austrians. Voltigeurs there. Fighting with the Grenzers in square. I mean, you should form square. It gives you a few extra melee buffs, I've been told. Trying to have Nicholas Legrand going in as well. They're just farming a little bit in here now. Don't know really what's left. It's just this one square, I think, to kill off. Palenza did get leveled, which technically by LOC law makes this a draw, because Naples holds one and Austria holds the other, even though it got leveled. But I mean, looking at like how the Austrians have been defeated, I'd say this is definitely going to be a Neapolitan victory. I don't know if there's actually anything left inside the building when they leveled it. all these Austria's just been wiped off the field, and I'd say this is definitely a Neapolitan victory here today. I did arguably LOC wise, yeah, a draw, but then on the front of like sort of like the battlefield, I mean they've like wiped out Austria and still got a very healthy army here. Do the Neapolitans to an extent it's still fairly healthy. They're probably taking a fair amount of losses. Hopefully the end results are up so you can actually see the losses as well. But yeah, this is from my perspective. I was playing as one of the Murat armies, so we'll have a quick look at my kills. I don't think I've got that many. My army was kind of playing a lot of support, but my Grenadiers of the Guard getting 171 kills, one of my Carabiniers getting 114, Lancers of the Guard 87 kills, and Hussars 75, and then my Voltigeurs of the Guard, like the Line Infantry variant, getting 73, and nothing else really getting masses of kills in today's game. And yeah, there you go. That is the Battle of Tolentino. Yes, Murat has changed history here today and has managed to defeat the Austrians. Will that be the same case with Carrascosa at Scampanzano, I think is how you say it? I don't know. We'll have to do that battle because that'll be a fun one to do. It's another low point one with some factions you don't often see. But yes, until next time, guys, do go and check out some of those other glorious videos appearing on your screen. There's some good ones there. Another Neapolitan one, I'm sure, that you can go and check out. But until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.